Welcome to the Superdome for today's game between the Saints and the Bucs. The Saints' first divisional game of the whole entire season. Kind of crazy it's taken that long to get here. And there's already some bad blood, some drama rolling early in the week with the Bucs saying the Saints play dirty. Look, I'd point out that Jameis Winston's season ended against the Bucs too, so it goes both ways. But a big game, and the point is that this is where the temperature kind of rises every year in the season, and weird stuff happens in these games. I think our whole staff picked the Bucs this week, but these are the games where, again, upsets can tend to happen, so it's going to be very interesting to see how the Saints bounce back in this game after losing last week. This video is presented by Matt Bowers Auto Group. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, check out Matt. He's got the best prices at all of his locations, and his locations are all over the place. Now, for me, the biggest thing, the biggest focus, I think, in this game is on the quarterback, Spencer Rattler. How does he bounce back from a 4-turnover game? Pushed the ball a little bit more last week through 3 picks. I think there was another one that should have got picked off, and he also had a fumble. And it's interesting because the games are all framed with the idea of the quarterback, Tyler Shuck, being behind him. And I thought Kellen Moore was interesting this week when he was asked about the situation and how he views it going with the with Shuck behind Rattler. He said that's a week-to-week decision. Now, earlier in the season, every single time Shuck was brought up, it was, oh no, Spencer doesn't need to look over his shoulder. He didn't say that this time. So I think the pressure is rising a little bit. I think Rattler's played well to this point. Again, had a rough game in this one, played kind of rough against Seattle. Going to be important to see how he bounces back. But I do think that he needs to make a case either this week against the Bucs or next week against the Rams to get to start against the Panthers, because that's a natural point where I think you make a change. You can get Shuck a start on the road, go into the bye week, prepare for it. So I think it's going to be huge and important to see how they bounce back in this one. Can he get back on track? Can he protect the ball while still being aggressive going down the field? I don't think it's all just about protecting the football. I think you have to make game-winning plays within that. So how does he do that this week? I think it's hugely important in this one. So that's what we're going to be keyed in on this game. We're going to be watching to see how he does, how he plays, and looking to see if he can get his traction back underneath him. I don't think one bad game's enough to throw him out. I don't even necessarily think like 2 and 3 games is, but I think you have to get momentum back in this game to make sure you're getting that Panthers game. That isn't a gimme, but it is a little bit more of a gimme than the Bucs and the Rams. So that's going to be a huge thing we're watching. If you want to see how we watch the game, you want to join us, we're going to be watching the game all throughout on our website. Live analysis, live reaction, live play breakdowns. Join us on NewOrleans.Football. Use the code NOF to save 20% on your first payment.